What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another version of Bitch Are You Serious. It's been a while since I did this one, but I decided to do one from way back when, from about 14 years ago. Yeah, I think it was like 14 years ago. 14, yeah, 14 years ago. I decided to do this because of the simple fact it was based on a deep rooted conversation that I had with my youngest brother and my mom last night, and he's having issues at school with friendships. And the people that he thinks are his friends are treating him like they're not his friends. And that inspired me to tell my story because and all of this time I've been on YouTube, I've been an open book. Sometimes I've been way too open. I've revealed a lot of personal things about me, things that I should be ashamed of, but I'm not. Just because of the fact that I'm Scotty, and I'm not ashamed of shit. My past is what the fuck it is, my past. And that past shit is what I'm trying to grow from. There's a lot of things in my life that's beginning to change. I'm in a relationship, but I'm struggling with it because I ain't used to it. I ain't had it in a long time. I'm gonna talk about that in the motherfucking video. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy. So it's a lot that I'm trying to get past in my life. But since we're talking about it, let's get into Bitch Are You Serious? I told my brother the story of three. The story of three. I remember being in middle school and I had these three best friends. And I'm not going to call them by, I don't never name names. I'm going to say F, D, and J. FDJ. Three friends. When I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of male friends. They didn't want to hang around me because I was feminine. They didn't want to hang around me because the stigma was if you hang around Scotty, then you might be fucking him. That was even in middle school. They didn't really want to be my friend. And the only people that I could really, the only species that I could connect with were females. And even now, as I'm getting older, I connect more with females. My whole YouTube audience is 85% female. You know what I'm saying? So it translates to my real life. I don't know what it is about me that attracts the female species as far as my likability, but it's always been like that. So these were the only three male friends that I had. Not going to include my cousin because that's family. So I'm going to say three male friends that I had. Three of them. We were thick as thieves. We did everything together. We were like three brothers. Um, you know, we had our own little clique. We were just rocking it and everything. But then we graduated from 8th grade. We graduated from middle school and we were all excited about going to high school. Excited but nervous about going to high school. And I had been wanting to go to high school for the longest time. I just really thought that, when we were growing up, we thought high school was some shit like college. You know what I'm saying? That's what we thought that shit was. We thought when we go to high school, that means our asses is grown. You know what I'm saying? But we're young, so of course that's, we're not thinking too clearly about shit. But we're just excited because when we were in middle school and we see them high school kids, they were way bigger than us. So we just knew that we were finna be grown as shit going to high school. But, we were still kids. So, it is what it is. So I was still talking to them over the summertime. We were still talking about our schedules and shit like that. And it was the best thing about starting school was getting your schedule and to see which one of your friends you're taking classes with. Unfortunately, I didn't take any classes with any of the three of them. We didn't take any classes together that year. So, you know, we get to high school. Everything is cool. Everything kosher for the first few months. Everything kosher. And I started noticing some things. The calls started to dwindle. We'll speak when we see each other at school. But the calls stopped. And at one point I would call D's phone and it'll hang right up. And I'll call again and it'll hang right up. And I'll call again and it'll hang right up. And I'm like, strange. So one day, I was at school and I was sitting in the gym at the top of the bleachers. And D came in the gym. And normally, if I see D somewhere in the gym and I call his name up, he'll come up. I'd be like, what's up? Come on up here. That particular day, I saw him down there. I was like, hey, D, hey, come up here. He looked at me, and he turned his head and continued doing what he was doing. That hurt my feelings. I could not believe that he was doing it to me. But I knew it was something going on. Because when I would call him, like I said, the phone would mysteriously hang up every time I called. But any other time I called and his mama answered the phone, she'll be like, oh, he's not here right now, blah, blah, blah. But I felt that something was going on. But I just didn't think that he would do that to me, though. I didn't think that he would turn on me the way that he obviously was. And I'm like, why is he acting like that? And my feelings were hurt, bruh. Like, I don't know what other word I could use, but my feelings were definitely, positively hurt by that. It was hurt. I was hurt by that completely. The same day, I see F. I'm walking up the steps and I'm like, what's going on? Normally when we see each other, we dap or we shake hands. But that day, I said, what's up? He put his head down and kept on walking. The second time this has happened to me in one day by two people that I said were my friends. Then I see Jay. We eating with each other in the cafeteria. We just talking and blah, blah, blah. And he ain't changing towards me. Like he's the same way he always been. He ain't changing. He's still around me. It don't even matter what nobody's saying. He's still around me. People talking about him as we're sitting there eating lunch. But he don't care. He doesn't give a fuck about what nobody's thinking about me. And I just didn't quite understand why F and D would do me like that. We have been friends for this long, and now that we in high school, you want to turn your back and you want to play me? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you doing? So I didn't understand. And I was trying to figure it out because I didn't do anything to them. So I didn't understand what was the problem. And I see them at school and they just wouldn't speak. They'll do everything after that first day that they started being different. Whenever they see me, they would avoid me. They'll keep it moving. They would straight up avoid my ass. Okay? Like straight up avoid me. And I'm like, what did I do to them? But them two not fucking with me. But Jay still fucking with me. Like straight up fucking with me. He don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. Nobody. He's still fucking with me. So he just still my friend, still my brother, still that. And when it came down to it, one of my other homegirls, she took a class with F, and she straight up told me what the business was. She said, Scotty, look, I know you feeling down, but them dudes are not your friends. I'm like, what you talking about? Well, I was talking to F today in class, and he said that he ain't want to fuck with you no more because everybody calling you gay, and he don't want to have a reputation by hanging with you. So he said he didn't want to fuck with you no more because, he don't want nobody to think that he gay. So he just basically stopped talking to you because of what somebody else had to say. And D doing the same thing. That's why they've been avoiding you. That's why they not talking to you. That's why when you call, they don't answer. I'm like, really? Are you serious right now? I could not believe that. I was crushed because those were my friends. And I always tell y'all, when I was growing up, I did not have a lot of friends. I was the victim of bullying. Like, straight up verbal, sometimes physical, sometimes in a sexual manner. I was bullied like that. And that hurt my feelings because they knew that. They knew that I didn't have that many friends. They knew that as far as male friends was concerned, they were all I had outside of my cousin. So they noticed and they do me like that. Crazy, right? Feelings were hurt. F and D, they didn't talk to me anymore. But Jay, he stayed right there. Although motherfuckers were saying he was gay just for hanging out with me, he did not stop him from fucking with me at all. That was in 2003. We were in the ninth grade. About 15 years later, me and Jay are still friends. Still best friends. Still brothers. Our friendship is the best that it's ever been. So, I told that story to tell my little brother this. Everybody is not your friend. Sometimes you'll come in this world with about 20 friends, and then when it's all over with, you'll only be left with two. In my situation, I came with 3 friends. Only one made the cut. One made the cut, and one is still in the cut. But one thing I will update you on is this. Since ninth grade, me and Jay are still friends. We're still brothers. We're still forever bonded. We don't talk every single day because he does have a career. He's a teacher now. So, I don't get to talk to him every single day like I would love to. But he's there for me. When I had this whole bout with depression and suicide earlier this year, he was right there with me, texting me, letting me know how I been, asking me how I been, letting me know he's there for me, checking up on me every other day. He's been there for me. Since ninth grade, like I just said, me and Jay are still friends, 15 years later. 2 years after that incident, D and I was in the 11th grade, and we took English 3 together. He started back speaking to me. Now, we were able to get past everything, but our friendship was never the same as it was when we were growing up. It was not the same. We were cool, you know what I'm saying? We were able to talk and everything, Even when we graduated high school together, we even took a photo together. So we were obviously, and we did that because of the relationship that we did have. We grew up together. So, we were able to take a photo together at graduation. We were able to congratulate each other. Even now, if I see him anywhere, I speak to him. You know what I'm saying? His father just passed away, and I reached out to him via text, and he appreciated me for reaching out to him. And I told him I will always reach out to you out of the fact that we go all the way back and we were childhood friends. So I always be here for you. Like I said, the friendship is not the same as me and Jay's friendship. However, we're still able to be cool, and he was able to mature and give me another shot. Although I wasn't asking for it, he gave it to me. Elf, on the other hand, we never spoke again. We were never friends ever again. I seen him about 2.5 months ago. Even now, when he sees me, I don't even try to speak. But he speaks, though. He speaks and I speak back. But when he does speak, it's like it's a chore for him to speak. He don't want to speak to me. And I'm like, you don't have to. It's cool. We don't fuck with each other. It's cool, But that was ninth grade. That's over 15 years ago. And you wronged me, bruh. You wronged me 14, 15 years ago. You wronged me. So I should be the one still mad. I don't really care. But it is what it is. So I said that to say this. You can have 3 motherfucking friends and only one to stick around. And that's exactly what happened to me. So my advice to my little brother and all of those kids that's teenagers and you worried about being friends and being popular, I'm going to tell you another thing before I go. Well, from my 10-year class reunion, when we did our banquet, we were giving away awards. Guess who won class favorite? I did. I am the class favorite now. But 10 years ago, I never would have won that. Because I wasn't nobody's favorite. I was nominated for it 10 years ago for class day before when we graduated. I was nominated for it. Did I win? No. That's why I said the tables do turn. Trust and believe that. They do turn. I was the outcast, and now I'm the popular one. Everybody liked me now when I was the same person I was back then. 1 out of 3 will remain. That's my bitch. Are you serious for today? I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.